everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, the traditional custodians of the land on which these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Okay, if I look a little bit frazzled today, I do apologise. I spent 16 hours travelling from door to door yesterday. Automobile and aeroplane, no boats or trains, unfortunately, or fortunately. It was just, there was a bus. Yeah, there was a bus. Okay, but yeah, crazy day of travelling yesterday, and I'm still waiting for both my brain and my luggage to arrive. Okay, thank you for joining me. Entertainment only, just want to put it out there. I had put it out that I was going to be off for the last week. It was my mum's 81st birthday. She spent her 80th birthday in hospital, being pulled back from the brink with acute myeloid leukemia. And she's had, goodness me, she looks amazing. Her brain is as sharp as ever. She's still very community and politically community involved. And is a fabulous family matriarch. However, it appears that, and what does happen is the leukemia does work its way around the treatment eventually, and we are potentially entering that stage. So all good at the moment, but I may have to nip off rapidly. So send love to my mum and prayers, because your prayers and your Reiki and your light, etc., made such a huge difference last year. Okay, back home again. Oh, and on that same similar note, I do apologise for those that are getting some ads. My channel is set to 18 and over, so children don't stumble across these videos, because it's not really children appropriate. But just be aware that I don't actually get to choose the ads. I don't see what ads you are showing, etc. Ads are presented to you based on potentially on your search history, your analytics of what you've done in the past. However, I've never knitted and crafted, so I get some really bizarre ads as well when I am out and about in YouTube land. So I do apologise for those. Okay, but what I want to have a look at, this actually caught my attention, and it may not be for all, but I'm wondering why this happened. So Bloomsburg, which is 88% owned by Michael Bloomsburg, and he's supposed to be quite a bit of a progressive, centric, leftish leaning, astute businessman. They came out with a report overnight saying that the Chinese Communist Party had ordered the steel making facilities in China to halt the importing of iron ore that was produced by BHP. This is Western Australia, Pilbara region iron ore. It's now come out that that was a false report. Now, Bloomsburg is a financial information service, so they're usually pretty good. So I'm just a little bit, I want to know what's going on in the world at the moment. Oh God, if anyone has any idea, let me know. But why would Bloomsburg come out with a report that could be easily verified as false by simply contacting the Chinese steel negotiate, whatever, who sets the market prices and all the rest of it. Dropped the shares significantly for BHP, and then they rebounded again when it was shown to be false. But why would Bloomsburg? What happened? Who fed information to Bloomsburg? Why did this happen? That they put out this report. Interesting. These two cards fell out. So we've got the intergenerational money. This is also the world oligarchs. And then we've got the out in the cold while consolidating the money. So who put this report out? Now, I know it was put out by Bloomsburg, but who gave them the information? And then we've got the Tower card. This is really interesting. This is It's almost like and it's built on unstable grounds and it is going to implode and come down. But it's like this was there's Spotty Dog. This was like a market manipulation by, oh, did you slip on the floor, mate? Come here. Did you get up and have a stretch and slip on the floor? To shift money, to shift. Now, the blatant market manipulation is just horrific at the moment. You had the regime, the Orange Twerp regime, providing a $20 billion bailout, and I'll use bailout as a loose term, to Argentina, far-right Malay president. But the one that's actually going to benefit, so what you've got is that China's now buying the soya beans from Argentina that they would have bought from the US farmers. So financially, actually, Argentina is making new trade deals that are quite beneficial to Argentina. So whether they needed the bailout or not is highly debatable. But the one that actually benefits from the $20 billion bailout is a guy called Citrone, who is the head of Discovery Capital Management, who had been buying up Argentina's debt and happens to be a really good friend for decades of Becent, the US cabinet finance guy. You can't make this stuff up. They're all fiddling the books for the advantage of each other. So why? Well, okay, I know why. To shift the money out of the pockets of some into the pockets of the extremely wealthy. So was Bloomsburg played in regards to this? I feel there'll be a lawsuit coming for this report because it was so easily identifiable as false. Was Bloomsburg fed false? Oh gosh, there's that again. Tower built on unstable grounds and imploding. So what's happened? I mean, not only has this really caused a trust issue with Bloomsburg and the financial information service they offer, this is a inside job implosion. Oh, and on the bottom we've got the old decrepit oligarchs, desperately trying to cling on to their money. So, come on down, let's have a look. I just think this is part of a bigger issue, money shifting issue that's going on at the moment. Oh boy. We've got here, it's my Russia card. It's also about my can be lazy entitled, but it also can be abundance for all, challenged by abundance for all. Is it Russia though? I mean, this one false document wiped off. I mean, when I say they plunged, 5%, but 5%, and then it was told it was false and it was back up again. But that gave somebody, this is market manipulation, market money manipulation. Absolutely, that's what it was about. The energy that it's stewing in at the moment was market manipulation. In the past, this is a massive wake-up call. Absolutely, a massive klaxon siren sounding wake-up call. This is all to do with market manipulation, smoke and mirrors, illusion about reality. This is about choice of greed and addiction and power. Oh, gosh. Right. However, somebody's head might roll for this with the Five of Wands in the immediate future. Haven't had a legal card yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if there was some legal action. But let's see where this goes. This is some infighting that's going on, possibly within Bloomsburg itself, as to who the hell printed this and where did they get their information from. Externally, the integrity and the star power of this publication, this service, is at risk, and internally there's an investigation that is going to occur. Right, with the Hermit card. Hopes and fears. I think this might be Michael Bloomsburg in this particular scenario. Determination to right the ship, determination to be a solid leader. The outcome, a harsh truth, is going to come forward about who provided this information, and it is a chaotic big stick mess, bringing an ending. And we've got lies here, and we've got the plan being brought to fruition with the lies that will affect the everyday family. But volatile information is going to be brought forward that will expose everything. And then we've got the Justice card, the legal action about who benefited from this. So we've got the decrepit old oligarchs, secrets being revealed, big stick moment, a lot of information coming out. It keeps going. Ace of Cups, my military card, but this can also be chaotic movement forward, treason, people finding themselves out in the cold due to this devil and his mercenary actions. It just keeps going. Seeing the abuse and sabotage of the financial markets. Yeah, that's what it was. Pure and simple false information causing a market manipulation. Right. So, I don't think Michael Bloomsburg was involved. Somebody was given a false report. So, was Bloomsburg used as a tool? Aside from the fact that it will really shake their integrity, which is important to any publication or any service such as this, where they deliberately fed a false report, and where did it come from? They might hold on to their sources, but Russia perhaps, legal action, and then trying to keep a lid on the fallout. There was a deliberate abuse of power and betrayal and attempted sabotage. Okay. Goes back randomly. So yes, they were deliberately fed a false report. Is what I'm getting. The problem is, in the 24/7 clickbait cycle, the checking is not as, the old style journalistic. Yes, I think there's going to be a court case there. Set upside down. Oops, that's funny, coming in the dog door. A court case that's really going to take somebody out. Somebody is going to be the absolute fall guy in regards to this. I think at the moment they're just deciding what course to take. There will be an announcement of action. The foolishness, the little dog might have been trying to warn, but published it, walked off the cliff. in the desire to get this information out first, be the victor in getting this information out. It's a real wake-up call that's turned into a legal nightmare situation. And we've then got the death card. Betrayal, heartbreak, loss, despair. And I think the information is probably going to come out. So yes, I honestly, oh yeah, karma coming and biting on the bum. So was this an attempt to undermine Bloomsburg as well as... So yes, I'm just going to say the service, they got caught on the hop. They didn't. They believed the source. They didn't check it, is what I'm getting. Okay. Was this a deliberate sabotage of Bloomsburg Financial Service, combined with, somebody making some tasty monies on the side? Is this a deliberate sabotage of Bloomsburg Information Service? Two of Swords. It was a double-edged sword. Make money and sabotage. Trusting that whomever published this was blinded to it. Yeah, they're feeling betrayed big time. Big time betrayed. This was a huge learning lesson for Bloomsburg. Huge. The opportunity to learn, and I'm just going to say it was also a big money-making opportunity for some. In the past, we've got the Queen of Pentacles, the safety and security of money, safety and security of this information in regards to financial services. And we've got this Three of Pentacles, the dark money behind the scenes in play. Whomever made this report was being fed the information by others who had something to gain. There will be a money trail in regards to this. I mean, who financially made a lot from knowing this insider information. It was very much about manipulation with the magician and internally betrayed. It's almost bordering on treason, but this is the anguish, heartbreak, despair of betrayal internally from Bloomsburg. Hopes and fears, a lot of information is going to come out. I don't like the Six of Swords being here. This is about packing up the truth and sort of slinking away into calmer waters. I think they might try and, swords are about legal, they're also about intelligence, trying to move on from what happened. But we've got the Death card and then an offer being made. This is manipulation, offer being made by the intergenerational oligarchical money. Oh gosh, I don't like this. Four of Pentacles. Almost like trying to cover it up. It's some people not wanting, those who made money out of it not wanting to be exposed. We've got the karma coming. We've got being forced to retreat. We've got the emotionally overwhelming. The partnerships with the devil, and contracts and agreements there. Legally forced into retreat. But who is forced into retreat? Is it Bloomsburg suffering? I think it is. Reduced secrets, betrayal with the moon and the oligarchical money. who someone gave information in the past, someone who was trusted with that Six of Cups, that put a lot out in the cold. Oh, it just reeks of false information being fed from a trusted source that ended up manipulating the market, but also undermining the integrity of the Bloomsburg Information Service. So, that offer, is the service going to get offered to, like, an out-of-court settlement, it feels like? But, you know, I hate out-of-court settlements. Hey, I made 100 million from this insider trading. Let me pay a $5 million fine for it. It's just... Can Bloomsburg be trusted? Yeah, there's going to be some sort of money changing hand agreement that's going to stop this. Stop, take this out of the public eye. But is Bloomsburg Financial Service going to be able to regain its integrity? Is it going to be able to regain it? It is revealing what is so wrong in... So there's the manipulation. Ooh, unable to reap what they've sown. The smug merchant with his cups lined up. Some sort of overseas plan or looking overseas. This is interesting. I don't often get a reversal. Ace of Wands, Two of Wands, and things being and ending. No, I don't think they're going to be able to. I really don't think they're going to be able to. Because of this card and this card, and I mean, this was BHP, this was Western Australian iron ore going to China. Bloomsburg is an American organisation, so this is your information coming in from overseas. Somebody did good out of this and they're happy with how it went. Their plan succeeded. But I think Bloomsburg itself is really going to be service with that upside down and the death card. Big stick, information, big information about overseas plans being fully exposed is the death. Now, I just don't... You've got the White House and hidden agendas there. Illusion, delusion, smoke and mirrors by the Emperor and Empress, and then you've got the Wheel of Fortune, karma coming, biting them on the bum, and the Knight charging in about the steel. But I think by that stage it's going to be too late. I don't know. It was... I'm going to leave that there. I think I've pretty well summed up what's happening. On the bottom, we've got here the alchemy that will be exposed and revealed. You know, the Page of Coins, the Fool walked off the cliff. I think somebody was given some information, financial information, and they didn't heed the warnings and just simply walked off the cliff in regards to this. And it just absolutely reeks of market. Oh, it just keeps going. I mean, you've got somebody made a lot of money out of it, but then there's going to be this real blame game, and you've got the tower moment, and it's all to do with oligarchical, increasing their wealth, and it's just icky energy, which is a symptom. I think this is why I'm being drawn to this particular story. It may appear minor, thank you, it may appear like a minor. I'm just going through to see if anything's upside down. And no, literally that Seven of Pentacles was the only card upside down. It may feel like a minor news story, but it only takes that chink in the armor to blow the whole thing open. And this does this does feel like it just feels significant. My guides always lead me towards something that down the track will be significant. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. This is market manipulation at its worst, and abusive position, etc. And I'm not talking about Bloomsburg itself. I'm talking about whoever fed this information to Bloomsburg and then profited off it. Okay, leave it there. Love to you all.